You can have your desires right now. Yes, you can. You can have it. And if you can have it right now, if you're waiting for your desires, guess what? You will wait lifetimes. You will wait forever. Have you experienced that? Have you experienced desires that you've been wanting, that you may even claim that they're lifelong desires and they've just been taking so long? So you come to the conclusion, it must not be meant for me. I must be doing something wrong, or at best yet, I must not understand the laws of the universe, because if I understood the laws of the universe, I would have it. It would be looking at me. I would be able to look at it. And we're like, it's just a process. But you can't get in this attitude of beating yourself up. In this video today, we're going to talk about how to daydream. We're going to talk about how to receive images from source, and we're going to talk about how to enjoy your desire. Because guess what? Your creative reality, when you really accept that you're the creative reality, you're playing the human game different. You're playing this game differently than any other human out there, because now you can't just sit around and just hope for the best. You understand, you're like, damn, it really does exist, but I can't just sit here and mope around. I can't sit here and claim that I can't see it, because here's the thing, there's a vibration. Everything is a vibration. It's a preceding. It precedes all of creation. It precedes all of physical manifestation. The vibration is the most basic unit of your reality, and everything begins as a vibration. But here's the thing, creation doesn't occur. Creation isn't complete until there's a perceiver or a receiver of the vibration, which means if a tree falls in the forest and if no one's there to hear it, then did it make a sound? And we say, no, it didn't make a sound. It made a vibration. But since no one was there, no eardrum was there to translate that vibration of the tree falling into noise, then the tree didn't fall. It did fall, yes, but it didn't make a sound. It didn't make a sound. That's what we're saying, is that's what we said about, when we say about your billions. It's being held in this vibration reality, but you're saying, I can't see it. And we're like, but that's why. You can't see it, because you're saying you can't see it, and we're like, that's why you can't see it. You say, I'm doing something wrong with this manifestation. I need help with it. And we're like, that's why. Because it's your inability to see it. It already exists. Because if you're worried about not being able to see it, if you're worried that it's not there, then this is a wrong video, because it is there. Because here on this channel, we're telling you everything you want, it exists. But this channel is all about getting you into vibrational alignment with what you want, because it already exists. You're not getting your fair share, friend. You should be getting more. You should be getting more. You should be looking at your life and be like, damn, like I really did that. Every area of your life should be tick, 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 tick. Everything should be crossed off your list. And then you should be making more lists. You should be wanting more and more and more and more. Because it's just, you can have it. You can have it. And the thing is, you know what's crazy? You're the one who's putting resistance on your trail. And you know why? Because what is so enamoring to you. What is has its hands around your throat, and you're just taking it. Because guess what? What is like that person at the party, and they're like the devil's advocate. Have you ever heard of that term? It's like where someone's there is like, and they're pretty much like saying, they just say what could go wrong. They're always saying what could go wrong. They have no hope. They have nothing. They're like, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? You adopt that. You learn that along your way. You learn to be realistic. You know how annoying it is to be realistic? Because guess what happens? You shoot down, you kill all of your desires, because your whole thing is, if I haven't seen it yet, if I've been doing the processes and I haven't seen it yet, that must mean that it's not coming. And we're like, what is? Well, here's the thing. What is will always tell you a story. And here's the thing about what is. It's real. What is real. We're not saying that what is not real. But what we're saying is that what is an old reality. How crazy is that? What the reality that you're looking at right now, the manifestation that you're beholding right now in this moment, is an old reality. Because guess what? Your source packed up and left and is in the next moment. It's further. It's beyond. It's forward looking. So you have to be forward looking, or else you're not gonna we say it doesn't matter. We say what is doesn't matter, because your source is not even there. And your emotions are literally about your relationship to source. And since source is not in this moment, and it's in the moment that's forward to this, you have to be forward looking. You can't look at where you are, because every time you look at where you are, you get sidetracked. You get cross current. You literally catch resistance. You're catching resistance, and it's because you're just accepting where you are. You're accepting where you are. You're looking around. You're like, oh my God, woe is me. This is so hard. And we're like, we get it. But we're like, you should really look around less. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about how to cash in this vibrational currency, because it's time that you live the life that you came to. It's time that because you put yourself in this body, but for what? You came to have the best life experience ever. Because guess what? Maybe someone needs to hear this, but maybe like in your lifetimes before, you just didn't get it right. So you really made you caused this crazy vortex of like, I'm just gonna get the formula and I'm gonna run with it and I'm gonna get everything that I want. And we're like, this is that lifetime. This is it. This is that video that will help you do that, because guess what? You can have everything that you want. So how are you gonna get vibrational alignment? How are you gonna be the perceiver of that billion? How are you gonna be a perceiver of that writing dream? How are you going to be the perceiver of everything? Here's the thing. It exists, but you have to find, and when you find vibrational harmony with your desire, then you have to keep practicing it. And then the more you practice it, the more what is version of it, the current condition of it, it just gets ignored. Because guess that's the thing. There's a version of it, there's a vibrational version of it, and there's the current reality. And the vibrational version of it is it's not enamoring. You haven't paid enough attention to it. So the current reality of it, the absence of it, because that's what your what is usually has your absence of what you want. it has more weight, has more time. But there's a tipping point, because every subject is really a long stick, and on each side of the stick is the absence and the presence of what you want. And so we're saying you have to talk about the presence of your desire, and you're like, well, I don't see it. And we're like, that's why, because you have to like conjure in your mind. You have to use your mind. You have to use your vibrational sensories things, you know. You have to use your emotions. And the thing about your emotions is that they seem so boring. They do, because you want to see the reality, but we're like, here's the thing, you can't see the reality yet. And that means, and so you cross it off. You're like, oh, that means it's not here then. And we're like, but that's the thing, you are the one who has to go see it for it to come into reality. And now think about the desires that you don't care about. They come to you so easily because you have an expectation. And expectation truly is that girl, because when you have expectation, things really start moving fast. Things start moving quick, because you're like, you're not doubting it. You're so okay with the vibrational version of it that you're just like, it's like when you're sick, when you have the flu, you're mad about having the flu, but you don't think that you're gonna be sick forever. You're pissed, but you're like, I know I'm gonna be, you know, I know I'm gonna be well soon, because it's just a flu. It happens so many times. And so you have the belief. You have your belief system can handle that, right? And so when what is plays such a big role in your life, because here's the thing, what is playing a bigger role in your vibration. Most of your vibration you're offering from your awareness of what you're seeing. Isn't that crazy? Most of your vibration is offered from that. So we're like, you have to offer your vibration deliberately. You have to cash in on a vibrational currency. So there's this vibrational currency, right? And that vibrational currency is what you really came to spend, because you think that the money that you don't have yet, you're waiting until you can spend that. But we're like, no, you have to cash in now. You have to cash in now. You have to cash in on the vibrational currency. How do you do? What does that mean? What do we mean by vibrational currency? This is the best way to say it. So like, here we understand, we're not saying in an action-based world, go and buy a plane ticket, go and spend money that you don't have right now. That's not what we're saying at all, because here's the thing, you don't have it right now. But we're saying that doesn't matter, because we know the bigger picture. We understand that where your source is. We know the laws of the universe. We know that you have to have it. If you keep practicing the steady vibration of it, it has to freaking come. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a formula. It's a lot. So, right? So, but in this action-based world, you can't go there. But you know what you can do you have a vibrational currency. You can spend your vibrational currency in your mind right now. Vibrationally speaking, you can go everywhere you want. You can experience anything that you want. And guess what? The universe, the law of attraction, doesn't know if you have $1 million or if you feel like you have $1 million. How crazy is that? So that's what we're saying. You're slowing everything. You could have everything a lot faster, because it's your resistance. It's not. You just like the drama. You like the drama of what is. You like the drama of being like, what was me? No one meant for it. You don't. You're not diligent. And we don't mean diligent as in like determined. We're saying diligent, and you don't care about how you feel. You're not like, oh, you're not using the guidance the way you came here to use it. So it doesn't really matter, because we can clear that all up right now. You can spend this vibrational currency. So how do you spend the vibrational currency? So the best way to do that is to daydream, is to receive image from your inner being, source energy that you literally translate as images in your mind. That's daydreaming. But daydreaming is not about creating an image, because here's the thing, you can't demand the universe. You can't say, universe, I need this now, and then, because that's what you're doing, and then you create the image in your mind. You're the one who's creating the image. But we're saying don't create the image, because that's conditional. You create a good image in your mind. This is fine-tuning. You create the good image in your mind, and then you have like a positive emotion. But it's not unconditional. That's the thing, is that all of your desires exist, but they only exist unconditionally right now. You can only have the unconditioned now. But here's the thing, the unconditioned, it has to be enough, because when the unconditioned is enough, the condition is really fast to come. The condition is fast to come, because it's a vibrational gap. So how do you receive images from source? How do you daydream in the proper way? How do you daydream in a high vibrational way? How do you daydream in the way that you came here when you did as a little kid? First of all, you have to find your vibrational footing, because you can't demand anything from the universe. You have to harmonize with it. So we ask you, why do you want that desire? Why do you want everything? Why do you want the money? Why do you want to write books for a living? Why do you want your living to be something that you enjoy and that you love? Why do you want to be your own boss? Why? And use emotional words. I want to do all that because it just feels good. It feels fun. It feels delicious. It feels so easy. It feels like who I am. It calls me. It feels like who I am. That's who I am. I don't want anything else. That's who I am. That's who I am. And who I am just feels resonant. It feels resonant with who I am. It just feels ready. It feels good. It feels fun. And it feels so good. And then once you hit vibrational balance is when you realize that the reason why you want everything is for these feelings, but you already have these feelings. You're already feeling them right now. So you're like, what's really good, universe? But now you achieve vibrational balance. Now you've achieved satisfied and ready for more. Now you've achieved the perfect vibrational stance to think about what you want. So now you're like, if I already have it, I can think about it. And when you think about it, you're not going to be resistant. Now when you think about it, you're going to focus more on the presence of it. It's like a trick. It's literally like the trick to do it, because once you achieve vibrational balance, you know what? That's actually so crazy. That's brilliant. That's so brilliant. Because sometimes when you think you're thinking about the presence of your desire, you're really thinking about the absence of your desire. When you think about your desire, you're really thinking about the absence of it. When you think about your money, you're thinking about the absence of dollars. It's just how it is, because you're not sensitive enough. But this little, once you achieve vibrational balance with your desire, guess what happens? The images start coming. You start to get really sensitive. But we want to talk for a second about the images. The images, they come into your mind. And you know what's crazy? Because when we went off like that, didn't you like feel images? Seriously, didn't you feel images in your mind? Didn't you see yourself like having an expensive bag, you know, in a mansion, walking around on planes and just enjoying the high life? Isn't that what you saw? But we're saying that's how you spend your vibrational currency, because you didn't go there. You didn't even change your position, but you went there. You went there in your mind. And we're saying that's enough, because the universe is another difference. The universe is another difference. You want to be so infatuated with your virtual reality. You want to be so infatuated with your daydream, with the image inside your mind, that what is, you don't even recognize it. You want to be so familiar with the daydream that reality, you don't even recognize it anymore. It's unfamiliar. You want your daydream to be more familiar to you, and how do you do it? You have to practice it. You have to practice it, because it's just getting to the point where there is no plan B. There's no other option. You have to live your desire. You have to give in to your desire, because when you have your death experience, you're literally going to give in to all your desires, and in one fell swoop, you're going to, you know, be non-resistant, and you're going to be a vibrational match, and you're going to experience everything. But like, why not experience everything now? Right now in this moment, like the way you did when you were a kid? Because when you were a kid, you launched so many rockets, like so many big ass rockets, and now you're like catching your breath, trying to even keep up with them. But we're like, it's a lot easier, because just achieve vibrational balance with it. Once you achieve vibrational balance with your desire, then you've got it. That's the formula. Because once you achieve the vibrational balance, you're now in a state where you can feel your desire. Because at first you feel the presence of it. It's almost like a limb it's like a ghost limb. You can feel it. And then you're like, wait a second, and then it starts, because then you talk about how it feels. You're like, well, it feels good. I feel it right there. It's like right there. I feel it. It's interesting, because it's a frequency. Everything you want is a frequency. So you feel it. You translate it as an emotion, the unconditioned. Because you can have the unconditionally right now. You can have the unconditioned, which means you can have the emotion right now. So you're like, oh, I can feel it. And then the images start coming into your mind. The images come after you find the emotion of it. Because once you find the emotion of it and the momentum really ensues, images are flooding your mind. And then you start to enjoy it. And that's what we mean by spending vibrational currency. You have to spend it. You have to spend all your vibrational currency all day, every day. You want your life in your head to be so enamoring that you don't even care to look at what it is. You don't even care about what's in front of you. But obviously, but here's the thing is that that's how you create. That's how you do it properly. But all the while, you're not using the daydream. Here's the thing. Are you ready for this? You're not using the daydream to create reality. You're using the daydream to enjoy the reality. Because when you're daydream, you think it's just an image in your mind. No. It's that you're translating. You're translating vibration. The same way that you see with your eye in your mind, you're literally translating that you're literally translating that frequency. You're translating. You know how crazy that is? That's crazy. That's bonkers. That means that what you want literally exists. So that means that if you can translate having $1 billion right now, if you can talk about the emotion of it, you can talk to unconditioned about it, and then you strike vibrational balance, because you're like, why do I want it? I want it for the connection ultimately, and I have the connection now. I want to feel good, and I feel good now. So what's really good, universe? I'm good. I'm ready. I have my $1 billion right now. I have it right now, because that's how you start talking about it. Once you hit vibrational balance, that's how you start talking about your desires. Like, yo, I have it right now, and I love it. It's so amazing. It feels fresh. It feels like me. Like, I got it. Like, go me. And you start celebrating. And the images start coming in your mind. And once that's your conversation, once the images hit your mind like that, once you receive it and you translate it and it downloads from source energy, guess what? What you want is on your doorstep. It's knocking on your door now. You just gotta go open it. You gotta stay there, because it's not about time. Timing is irrelevant. Timing is perceptual. It's not. Do you know what that means? If timing is perceptual, that means it's up to you. Everything is up to you. Time is up to you. That's why sometimes things can feel really long, even though they're really short, or things can feel really fast, even though it's been a long time. Like, for example, like when you do something you love, time slows down. It's because time is perceptual. So your inner being doesn't trip. Your inner being is not like, your inner being doesn't work on a deadline. Your inner being said, you just have to go and translate it. And it's like, it's there, it exists, but the signal is weak. So the more you practice it, the more you strike up vibrational harmony with it. You strike the vibrational balance with it, and the images start coming in your mind. You become more familiar with it. It becomes the logical next step, and then your life literally transforms. Seriously, it transforms before your eyes. And all the while, you're like, it transformed in my head already, because I've been spending my vibrational currency. In my mind, I do whatever I want. In my mind, I go and spend all the money that I want. In my mind, I have everything. And here's the thing, you strike vibrational balance first, and then the images come. You don't go and create the images. You have to let the images, you have to receive them. And that means that you have to find the emotion first. It's just crazy. Life is crazy. Being a human is crazy. And we feel you. We got you. Because we're like, you know what? We got you. Because we will eternally beam a signal, and just to remind you who you really are. Because we know you don't need a mentor. You don't need someone telling you what to do. You have guidance. You got this. all you need is just a reminder of who you are. All you need is an example of vibrational alignment so that you can remind, this is a space where you can remember who you really are. This is a space where you can really remember that you can be, do, or have anything that you want. This is clarity. This is clarity on crack. So make sure you subscribe. But yes, we are complete for now. And for all of you, let us know what are you ready for? What's your vibrational balance? What desires are you excited for? What are your lifelong dreams? Because your lifelong dreams, thing is, if you're having a desire every single day, if it pops up, there's because you have strong desire. It's really true for all the humans. If there's desires that you have every day, write them down, because they're usually they're occurring from a higher source. They're occurring in your mind when you're in a place of alignment, usually in the first thing in the morning. Write them down, because those are your desires that you're going to find the vibrational essence of each and every one. And the vibrational essence, you're going to find the pleasure of it by literally striking vibrational balance with it. Why do I want it? I already have the pieces of this. I already have the emotions of this, so I'm good. So now when you think about it, the images start flooding your mind, and you're like, what is? You know what is? Who cares? Who cares about what is? Who cares? I'm not a bad creator. I'm just a little more sloppier than I want to be, but I'm just getting better. I'm getting better. Period.